Hi there. In this video, I'm going to answer one of the questions we received over the weekend, and that is, once you start a SEO campaign, how long does it take for you to start seeing results? And just like anything with marketing, it depends on several variables. Now, the first and probably, if you are getting started, it's probably not good news, is your website's age. And I'll even put number two, separate this amount of SEO marketing work performed. So website age. So website age is very important because this is a signal of trust. If you have a website that's been around since 2001, it's going to be much easier to rank than if you have a website that you just bought in uh, or put up in June of 2019. That's because that website bought in 2001, it's going to have probably have more content. It's going to have gone through many iterations of Google algorithm changes, and it's just it has more trust. It's been around longer. So I would say if you have not yet bought your website domain, that you try to go out and buy what's called an expired domain. And that's basically a website URL that is related to your site, to your whatever product or service that you offer, but you actually someone owned it before. So it's almost like buying a used car, except that domain is going to have some value, some SEO value compared if you bought a fresh domain. Now, if you're looking to buy a branded domain, so my name's Leonard, so if I wanted to buy leonardseo.com, well, it's highly unlikely that someone also has that same domain name. So I would probably have to go to new domain name route. But that's one way you can get around the website age obstacle. Now, I won't go into more detail than that. I'll actually link to an article from Nathan Gotch. He goes into great detail about how to buy and find these expired domains. But they're a great way to add more trust to your website. Number two, amount of SEO and marketing work performed. So kind of similar to number one, assuming that a website's been around since 2001, it's very likely that some content has been added to it, something related to SEO has been done, and just by the nature of being around 18 years, it's probably acquired backlinks without even trying. So just like with anything, if you're starting brand new and you haven't done any SEO on a website, that's going to determine how easy it is for you to rank and see improvements with your organic visibility. So very important that if you are looking to improve your Google rankings, that you jump on getting SEO optimization completed as soon as possible. Now, number three, and this is a big one, competition. And honestly, number one and number two kind of factor into number three here. So let's say that you're in a brand new space. I'm thinking maybe something like crypto. Maybe you don't have a website or any of your competitor websites have been around that long. We're talking not 15 or 20 years. So it kind of takes out website age. Also, amount of SEO. So if you're in a niche, or if you are targeting customers in an area where your competitors haven't done much SEO or online marketing, well, it might be easier to dethrone them from the top of the Google rankings versus if you're in a major city and you work in a niche like dentistry where everyone is doing SEO for their dentist website. So that's why it's really important that you understand your competition, not just who they are, but take a look at their website. If that you see that they have a lot of content on their site, a lot of educational content, and they have also done a good job with SEO, then that kind of is your bar for what you're going to have to do to improve your own SEO and organic visibility. Now, there are several sites out there that allow you to do competitive analysis. If you're not an SEO or digital marketing professional, I highly recommend Neil Patel's Uber Suggest. It's a free tool, and it actually allows you to take a look at your different competitors' offerings. So let's say that, let's see, let's just grab someone. So let's say we're in Houston. Let's make it a little bit more specific. Let's say A-Leaf, Dennis. And let's say our competitor, let's say A-Leaf is an area of Houston, Southwest Houston. And let's say one of our competitors was Apple Dentist. So let's just grab this URL. We're going to paste it into here. Uh-oh. Not sure what happened with the tool there, but that's what happens when you do these things live. So for Apple Dentist, let's take a quick look. We can do a manual inspection because we're smarter than software, right? So some of the things I would be looking at if I was looking at my competition. So, kind of look at what they already have on their site and try to replicate those things on your own website. So let's see what we have. Google reviews. So that's definitely something you want to add. They have some general information. They have information about their services and their locations. So they actually have several locations. They have a little about snippet, and of course their name, address, and phone information. So I would start here, but also think about how you can improve this. So overall, I really don't like the way this site is laid out. Images aren't really aligned. This all of this is kind of it's not consistent with the formatting and alignment of images. Other than that, there's not a whole lot about their services. So if I were a dentist and I was looking to rank for this area, I would come down here and I would actually provide more information about each of these services. So just kind of go into maybe have a snippet for each of these and then link from that to a full page about oral exams or x-rays or any of these other services that you offer. So that's where I would start. Now for backlinks, that's really important because that kind of gives you an idea on what's needed to actually rank that page. So I use a site called, well, it looks like it's working now. That's great. So if you find that Neil Patel's tool isn't working, there's a site called Moz that actually offers you a free trial. And if you're just doing this to do some competitive research, I think they offer 10 free searches per month. You can plug that into Moz and you can get some information about your competitors. Now, the part I'm looking at here, backlinks. Yeah, so I don't want to keep this video much longer. I do have some other videos about how to use Moz to look at backlinks, but the idea here is that you would take maybe 3 to 5 of your competitors, put their website URL here, and then you look at their backlinks. And the number that you're looking for there is the number of referring domains. So let's say your website has 5 referring domains, and the average of your top 5 competitors is 30. Well, that tells you that you need to go out and build backlinks from 25 to 30. I always try to do more of similar websites that are linking to them. So if you're a dentist, you want to do something that's related to dentistry. If you're based in Houston, you want to do Houston-based links. So links from the Houston Chronicle or other prominent Houston publications. And that's really one of the things you want to look at when you're looking at competition. So going back to our little sheet here, so how to determine how long it takes to rank for SEO and see results. So website age, amount of SEO already completed, competition, and I think what's most important here, and I'll end the video on this, is patience. SEO is definitely a long-term game. But it has a long-term benefit. So what I mean by that is the SEO optimizations that you do for your website in June, you might not really start seeing meaningful results from it until maybe November or December of the same year. So just be patient and just be consistent. Consistently publish content to your website, continue to build backlinks to your website. And if you are looking for some kind of early wins, go after what's called long tail keywords. And these are keywords that are related to your service or product or related to your area, but they don't have as much competition as some of the general keywords. So an example would be Houston dentist, that would be a main keyword, versus A-leaf pediatric dentist. A-leaf pediatric dentist, just by default, is not going to have as many competitors because there aren't as many dentists in A-leaf providing pediatric dentistry compared to the number of dentists providing dentistry services in all of Houston. So that's how you want to look at that when you're going after those early wins. So hopefully this video has been helpful, and to the person who asked it, answers your question, but feel free to reach out if you have any further questions. Thanks, and have a great rest of your Tuesday.